Welcome to the Poor Man's Retro Game Room, and you know, I do like different ways of playing my retro games, and I've really been in an Atari mood lately. I don't know why, but I have been. And I recently made a video about 5 Atari 2600 games that hold up well today. You can check that out. And it really got me in the mood to get kind of a modern Atari 2600. And I was looking at the Atari 2600 Plus that Atari came out with not too long ago, about a year ago, I think. Maybe longer, maybe over a year ago. And it did really well, and I always had kind of had my eye on it from afar and kind of wished I'd, picked it up. And it's still available. But in the meantime, they came out with the Atari 7800 Plus. Now, if you know anything about the 7800 Plus, it's backward compatible with the 2600. So all your Atari 2600 games, well, I should say at least most of them, will play on the 7800 Plus. And the review of this console is going to be stock right out of the box. I haven't upgraded the firmware yet, and there was only one game that I had an issue with out of my collection, and that's Pitfall 2. But I do hear that they have corrected that problem with the firmware update, and they've also kind of streamlined and made that firmware update easier. So I will be doing that at some point. But what you see here is what you're going to get out of the box right off the bat. So before we go any further, let's show you what comes in the box for the Atari 7800, and this is the box. Yeah, we'll try to get that right side up. And so anyway, let's do a quick unboxing. It's not going to be a long one, and I'll just kind of show you what comes in the box and how it's packaged. And let me just say I've been very impressed. So let's check that out. Alright, so there's a look at the box, and you can see right there backward compatibility. I think it says with the greatest decade in gaming. Backward compatible with the greatest decade ever. There you go. Pretty cool. The branding is really good. One of the cool things too is that you do get branded HDMI cables, and you also get branded USB-C cables. They're all branded Atari, which is cool. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Don't cringe. Now, I will tell you, man, this thing is packed in there tight. It's kind of hard to get out. But there you go. And there's the 2 ports in front. That A and B switch on the front also acts as your difficulty switches when you're playing Atari 2600. And it flips the A and B button on certain 7800 games, which I found very helpful with Ninja Golf, by the way. So there you go, that's the console. About 80% size of the original. And it comes with, just a quick start guide, and there's nothing much to that. This is a really nice looking manual here, full color manual. And of course it comes with Bentley's Crystal Quest. Boy. They just did a nice job with the packaging here. Just a nice, really cool Atari branded box. Pull it out, and there's your Bentley's Crystal Quest cartridge. And the controller that comes with it, it's a 2.4 gigahertz Atari 7800. I think it was the Pro Line controller, I'm not sure. But anyway, because I never did have the 7800 back in the day. There's the cartridge. Pretty cool little dust cover that it comes in. And I could just tell you that the smell of new plastic in a new console is awesome. It's just cool having brand new retro consoles. There's your regular Atari dongle receiver, and then it also comes with a USB receiver, so you can use that controller on your PC. I don't know what all USB devices it works with, but it also comes with that detachable joystick that screws onto the D-pad as well. So there you go, and then it does come with HDMI cable and 2 USB-C cables. And real quick, I did want to cover the controller that ships with the system. Man, I love this thing. It's great. And I'll tell you what, the buttons are very responsive. It's very easy to pair. You just you hold the pair button in, you know, for like 3 seconds while the system's on, and it syncs right up. The D-pad is awesome, and you know, it comes with this piece. Now I am, you know, more used to a Nintendo controller, and that's what this reminds me of, an NES controller. I'm sure that's what they were going for back in, you know, in the day, in the 80s, early 90s, when Nintendo was ruling the world. So, but the D-pad is really responsive. It's great. You'll see that when playing Berserk, you know, when you're shooting diagonal down and up. Man, I absolutely love this controller. I think it was the perfect controller to ship with the system. They also have the regular Atari 2600 controller that's 2.4 gigahertz that you can get off Amazon, I believe, if they're in stock. And then I did also use my 2600 controller, the regular stock one. It worked perfectly. I used the Hyperkin. I love the Hyperkin Atari 2600 controller, and I used it. It has a 10-foot cable. I used it. It worked fantastic. But for the most part, you know what? I don't even have to switch it for Atari 2600 games. It's really cool playing Atari 2600 with a D-pad, man, and a button. I know it's not nostalgic, but it's cool, man. Trust me. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, there is the controller. And now for the gameplay. Let's check out some of the cool gameplay. And I put it through its paces. I really did. And like I said, the only card I had an issue with was Pitfall 2, and I think they've fixed that from what I've read on the forums and online with a firmware update. And the continued support of this system is cool. But let's check out some games and see how it looks. guess what? It even plays Robot Tank. Well, there you go. Now let's take another quick look at the system. You can see the HDMI input, or output I should say. The 16:9 4:3 switch on the back. Mine's going to stay on 4:3 permanently. But you know, it's cool to have options. Some people like that widescreen format. I'm not sure why, but they do. And it's cool. And then there's your USB-C power input as well. You have a pause button on the system itself, power button, of course, select, and reset. And the select will select like the different games variants on the Atari 2600 carts, and the reset, of course. And you can pause Atari 2600 games on this, which is, you know, it's pretty cool. And then you got your A and B switch on both sides there. Now that, like I said, it's kind of a dual function. You can use that as a difficulty switch, playing Atari 2600 games, and then on Atari 7800 games with the 2-button controller. At least on the games that I tried out, I only have the 2 7800 games. That flips the A and B button, which is cool. I mean, that's a cool option to have. There's no you know, interface, there's like no OS or anything. I mean, you put it in, it loads it up, and you play. That's it. I absolutely love this concept. I love the fact that they came out with a new system that actually plays cartridges. And they are making new 7800 cartridges. They're putting a lot of homebrews. That Bentley's Crystal Quest is one of the better homebrews, and it packs in with the system, of course. But they've got all kinds of new 7800 games that they're coming out with that they're remaking as well. Like not as a reimagined game, but actually just reprinting and reproducing the games. Ninja Golf I bought brand new off of Amazon for $29. So yeah, I love what Atari is doing here. I really do. And they're supporting the system, and hopefully it'll get to 100% compatibility, which would be just freaking awesome. So, alright, well there you go. I highly recommend the system if you're into it, you know. And you know, it's not the same as playing on a CRT, but sometimes I like playing on the big screen back there. And it's just cool. So, there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed and you enjoyed this content. We have merch in the shop, you know, you can get your poor man's t-shirt. And we have a couple of the new t-shirts that we've added to the shop as well. And we do have memberships available, of course, and members will see this video first. And so I do want to thank all the members that we have, and just thank you so much for your support. And yeah, I couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you so much. Thanks for hanging around, and until next time, we'll catch you later.